Not gray-haired, the one with the spider on her boob, Leslie Lang, everybody.
Thank you.
Leslie Lang.
Nice to see you guys here. I was talking about the baseball cards that have the dirty names of the baseball players, that he thinks of me when he sees these dirty cards. I'm like, thank you. So I'm gonna try to make like a jean jacket or something and incorporate them in like little windows. So when you come up, you can see, oh, you know, Sharon Dick.
Make your whole outfit.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how, I could chain them all together and make a dress, but I only have like 6 right now. So look for the dirty ones. So anyway, I want to talk about this friend I have. He's a dear friend of mine. I'm not going to tell you who he is. He's been doing comedy for about a year, actually a year, and I'm really proud of him. I got in a fight with him, and I said some things that I don't mean or didn't mean. And it's not because I'm off my mood stabilizing medicine. That could have helped, made it a little more, you know, intense. I said some things about his daughter-in-law that I regret and I feel bad about. And I probably called him some names or yelled at him or something like that. But I just appreciate him, and I'm glad to be doing some stuff with him. And if he was here, or if he wanted to see me before tomorrow night, I was going to tell him, I'll wait till tomorrow night, but today, I just want to tell you that I love him, and he's the only brother I've ever had. He irritates the fuck out of me because he shakes his leg all the time, taps the thing, and clicks his pen. He backs up into the parking spots, which I hate. Irritating. But I don't have any brothers, so he's the favorite brother I've ever had. But, yeah.
I bet he drives too fast.
He drives way too fast. I'm like, slow down, watch out, you're going too fast, right? So I like his spirit. I like the fact that he wants to help other people with their jokes and stuff like that. And he's allowed me to do the same thing and be part of this community. So if he wanted to hear from me before tomorrow night, then I would say I'm sorry for the things I said that might have hurt his feelings, his fiance's feelings, and her daughter's feelings, because sometimes I just get frustrated and irritated and I just yell shit out, and I'm trying to figure it out, and I want to be a part of this mic that he has, and I'm trying to be a part of it, and I want to be a part of it, and I want to do something besides a couple things. But I would say that I love him and I appreciate his friendship, and I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you who it is, though, okay? I'm not going to tell you who it is, all right? I'm a sleep eater. You know, you got sleepwalkers, I'm a sleep eater. I love right? I keep a thing of jelly beans next to my bed. And it's in one of those Costco things. It's really hard to get the top open with little raccoon hands that I have. I'm like, right? So I just leave the top off. How, you know, jelly beans don't go bad, right? Especially in the speed that I'm eating them as well. So I've got the jelly beans there, but C's candy is what I love, okay? I like that. You think I like the nuts and chews, but I don't. I like the cream ones. Well, I guess that also makes sense. So I'm in bed and I got my box of C's candy, so I'm eating one. So there's like, you know, packages all around. I will fall asleep with the candy in my mouth. In my mouth! Falling asleep. Like, I'm so tired, but I've got to eat one more. So like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, who's shit in my bed? Right? More importantly, who's shit in my mouth? Yeah, my friend helped me with that one. So that's really elevates that joke a lot. I went out dancing this weekend, and I haven't been out for a while, and dancing is the only exercise that I get. Somebody's like, no, you have so much sex, you have a lot of exercise. I'm like, the only calories I'm burning is me chasing those guys, okay? I'm on the bottom, okay? I'm the pillow princess. I'm on the pillow princess. I mean, I'm enthusiastic, and I'm like being a part of it. I'm moving around, not like a dead fish. But, so I was dancing for hours, okay? So I'm like, my body's like, right? So then this tall guy comes up to me, and he goes, I love your jacket. And I said, well, my jacket loves you. What do you want to do about it, right? Then he goes, you are gorgeous. And I said, well, you have excellent eyesight. Anyway, so I don't know why. I just want to like with men, I'm just like, look, you know, I don't know. I get a lot of joy out of like being mean to men, like when they're trying to be nice to me. Like, I mean, I don't know, but that is true. Okay, that is true. I was going to tell you the story about, well, I might as well. So these young men that I've been with, they've introduced me to kinks and new things. And one was like, you should get on FetLife. That's like a kink website. And so you can see what kind of things you like, maybe try some new things. So I'm on there and I'm like, nope. Cigars and high heels? Nope. This one guy, he contacted me, he goes, I want to tie you down and tickle you. And I'm like, nope. No. And then he kept at it. I go, look, I'm here for my kinks, not your kinks. And who wants to be tickled, right? Another guy was like, hey, I want to dissect a butterfly or an insect on your naked body. What? That's actually a thing. I'm like, no, thank you. Okay? Then I'm like, but then I'm curious. I'm like, what is it about that? Because I'm here to learn too. I'm not here to kink shame, although that one I was, pretty judgy on that. I was like, that poor butterfly, that poor, cricket or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So then I saw, so I'm on there and I'm like, oh, I might try that. And these guys were like, you might want to try being tied up because you're always so trying to control everything, right? So I'm like, all right. And they go, you might want to be spanked. And I'm like, okay, all right. So I went to this event, was for new kinks, right? So it's like for beginner kinks. So I'm there and I wore a long purple wig because I don't want anyone to recognize me, right? And then I'm standing there, and on the table, there's all these, there's a whip, and a cane, and a flogger, and all these things, right? And so I'm standing there, and there's this tall Indian guy next to me, and I go, hey, what's up? And he goes, what? I go, are you here for the class about spanking and rope play? He goes, yeah. And I go, how old are you? He goes, 22. I go, look at you coming from the most repressed country and figuring out what you want when you're 22. Yes, right? So we were standing there, everyone's talking to each other, and I'm like, excuse me, who's teaching that? Who are we gonna get going with the class? Because this guy, we both want to know, right? So the woman, she goes, and I'm like, right? So she goes, all right, well, pick out one of these things on the table, and I'm like, all right. So there was this cane that was light wood and dark wood kind of mixed together, and had one side that had a flat piece, and then another side. So I said, all right, let's take that. And so she goes, come over here. And she said, the first step is to say, can I spank you? And then I'm like, okay, yeah. And then she goes, okay. She goes, you got to say, all right, I want you to spank me from here to here, right? You got to tell them, here to here. Yes, I want you to spank me from here to here. And I'm like, well, give me 62% of what you think I could take, right? So I said, should I lean over? And she goes, you can. And I'm like, so I lean over, and there's this couple that's on a bench, and they're looking at me, and I'm thinking, I don't care if you watch me, but I don't want to watch you watching me, okay? So I put my my wig around my thing, so I'm bent over, right? So she picks up the thing. I go, that's the side you're gonna pick it up with, because I thought you were gonna hit me with the other side, right? She goes, oh, okay, right. So I'm there, and she spanks me, and I go, is this supposed to hurt? And she goes, well, it's kind of like if you take a hit of drugs or something, it gives you that whatever, right? I'm like, okay. So then she hits me again, and she goes, I'm gonna tap this cheek as a warning, and then I'm gonna hit that cheek. And then I'm gonna tap this cheek, and as a warning, hit that cheek. I'm like, okay. It's all about communication and consent. So I'm there, and she's hitting me. I go, all right, one more time. And she hits me again, and I'm like, another time, okay. And then I go, how do I know when we're done? And she goes, well, it's up to you. So that was the first thing with that. And then there was a guy doing rope play, and I go, tie me up. So he ties me up, and I'm like this. Okay? So he's got his all the way back, and then he has a handle. And he goes, see, you can't move. I go, I can move. And he takes the handle. I'm like, okay, I can't move. Okay, fine. So then he goes, let me give you a more advanced, time. So he ties me up like this, right? And he throws me on the pool table. And there's another guy that was thrown on the pool table, and he was all tied up. All I could reach was his elbow with my tongue, and I go, la, 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 la. He was like, what are you doing? I go, I don't know. I'm very uncomfortable, and we're both here. I thought I'd just make a connection. So that was that. So then I went to another thing. It was up in the city, and it's a sex club or whatever. So there's 27. So first of all, there's no sign, okay, at the place. And I took an Uber there because it's in the Tenderloin. Okay, so I'm white, I'm a woman, I'm small, you know what I mean? So I had them drop me off there, and I'm like, is this the place? There's a guy outside, I go, is this the place? He goes, yeah, it's the place. And I'm like, okay. He goes, we have a few rules. So there's 22 rules. right? You can, like, so it's called a scene. So it can't be like, around a scene. You can't be in the scene if you're not invited to be in the scene. If anybody bothers you, there's people walking around, say, get away from her, don't touch her, whatever, all this stuff. So all these rules. And I was like, okay. So I go there, and there are 3 Indian guys. One, the first Indian guy that I met, and another Indian guy that I met, another one, but then another new Indian guy. So I'm all nervous. I'm like, I'm by myself. And then I see the 3 Indian guys on the couch. I'm like, how is it? And he goes, oh yeah, we've already done this, this, and this. And I go, all right, well just tell me how it is. That should be good enough for me. So in my racist brain, I was like, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. Anyway, so then I go to the thing, and they have this woman that's on. They have like this X thing, and so she's on it like that. And there's a person whipping her, and I'm thinking that's hard, right? She's like more, right? I'm like, okay, well that's not for me. And then there was another guy that had his junk in a cage, a metal cage, and I'm like, I don't understand that either. And then there was all these things, and there's like really big people. I don't know how they found each other's stuff, but they're really big people. I was like, okay, all right. Hearing it slap and everything, all right, okay. And then there was a guy there, and he had like this. He was spanking somebody else, and I said, hey, excuse me, will you spank me? And he's like, well, let me talk to my wife. And he goes, let me talk to my wife. And I was like, okay. And he said, she's submissive, so I'm just going to tell her that I'm going to be with you. And I'm like, okay. He goes, you want to do it right here? And I'm like, no, I do not want to do it right here where everybody's. And I said, and I can keep my leather pants on, right? I don't have to be like bare butt. So I go, let's do it down there, back there. So he has a big box of accoutrement. And so he goes, all right. He goes, which ones do you like? And so I picked them out. So it turns out that when somebody spanks you, and they spank you with something that's thin, then they spank you with something that's fat. Like if you have these layers of pain, feeling, whatever. So I'm like, all right, okay. So I liked it. But anyway, so these young guys got me involved in all this stuff, and I appreciate it. They talked about sexual fluidity, they talked about polyamory, talked about all this stuff. So like really opened my eyes on like all the shit that people are doing out there, and I even tried a couple of them. But anyway, when you think of pain, spanking, tying up, anything perverted, please think of me. Thank you. Thanks, Mandy.
Right, that was lovely.
Yeah.